Yeah, it's me, your boy, K Samson. I truly appreciate you all for being with me, for supporting me, your efforts and everything. Listen, if you have not subscribed, please, I don't know what you are waiting for. Please kindly subscribe. You understand? Kindly subscribe. The reason why I'm here is to tell you that it confused them because they have come to realize their mistake and it's too late for them to apologize. Yes, they treat you wrong, they treat you bad. Do you know the worst of it? People will always treat the right people in their life wrong and accept the wrong ones, and at the end they will realize why they did what they ought not to do. So the reason why I'm saying this is because haters are everywhere. Haters are moving around like a smoke, like a wind. But do you know why you succeed? Do you know why you overcome? Do you know why you are still living even beyond the expectation? Is because the universe, the God whom we all believe in, is totally with you. It doesn't matter how many that come on your way. It doesn't matter how many billions of people that gang up against you. It doesn't matter where they surround you. It can be your best friends. Yes, I call them my Pepsi, my Pepsi, my Pepsi. But do they really call me their own Pepsi? I call them my best friend, but does that mean they called you your friend? You accept them as a friend, but does that mean that they themselves really care about you? Stay tuned to watch this speech to the end, because what matters really matters. So the purpose why I'm doing this video is to let you know that it confused them. Everything they have done to you, everything they have caused you, the pain, the sorrow, sleepless nights, the problem they involve you, all their speech they speak against you, have become the pain now. That's why they used to say, he who laugh last laugh the best. It's not he who start the fight will win the fight. So they laugh at you, they mock you, they called you a non-entity, they called you a liability. Why? Because they did not see what is good in you. But now God himself have come to prove to them that the darkness can also turn to a light. Meaning the person they call darkness, the person they call a non-entity, the person they said they can do anything they ought to do, the person they said he can't live without them, the same person is whom they are now depending on. That is you. Why? Because you are a choosing. Sometimes it is your relative. Sometimes it is your best friend, your close friends. You know, my father used to tell me a word that the enemy outside cannot hurt you until those inside narrate you to them. Meaning the enemy inside house can never hurt you. Inside, outside house, outside you, someone who don't know you cannot hurt you. It is those who know you, who know what you do, how you eat, where you move, the places you go, that will explain to them about you. So everything they did against you to bring you down, all their plan, their survey against you, everything they have did, everything they have decide to expose in order for them to hurt you, have become their wound now. They are wounded lion. They are wounded, but they don't know how to apologize. They have lost their goal. So don't you quit just because of the haters. Haters does not matter. That is the last video I made before. Haters does not matter. It doesn't matter how many people that hate you on this planet Earth. What matter is, are you ready to move even when they don't believe in you? Sometimes your mother, the woman that give you birth can hate you. Why? Because when he or when she give you birth, they don't believe that one day you become successful. People whom they believe are now depending on you. It may be sometimes your church members, your relative, your cousins, your nephews, your uncles, your brothers. Because they don't see something great in you, so they will humiliate you. They will say all manners of word against you just to provoke you, just to get you annoyed, just to make sure you conclude what you are doing, just to make sure that you come to their table, you come down to them. But once they realize that you are now doing more greater than them, the envy, the jealous start. So don't you think that the end is where you are? The end is where you are now. Listen, the Bible said the beginning of a man may be small, but the latter end will expound. So it doesn't matter where you are. You know, one of my mentors used to say the word that baffled me. He said, you are born poor, it's not your fault. I mean, you are born poor, it's not your fucking fault. It's not your fault that you are born in a background where things are not okay. It's not your fault that you are born in a background where things are not ready in the table. It's not your fault that your father, your mother are not able to give you in a super stone. They are not ready to offer you things that you ought to get. It's not your fault that you are not able to get to that level. It's not your fault that you are not able to attend university. But it is your fault if you die poor. When I mean poor, spiritually poor, academically poor, financially poor, it is your fault. It's not your fault that you are born in a background where things are not really ready for you to move. It's not your fault that your father is poor. It's not your fault that your mother is poor. It's not your fault that your family, nobody believe in them. But it is your fault if you keep that legacy, that evil legacy, that poor mentality, you keep it growing. That is the reason why you must wake up from your sleep. That is the reason why you must go after your dream. Yes, people will hate you for whom you are. Why? Because the moment they realize you are trying to change the identity of your family, you are trying to say no to poverty, you are trying to say no to humiliation, you are trying to change the color flag of your family where they are not able to go, people will hate you. Even your blood brothers, because they are not able to do what you are doing. Because of that, they will hate you. So don't you quit on your dream just because of haters. Because if you quit, it is your fault. It is your fault. It's not your fault that you are born in a background where everyone end up in a spot. But if it is your fault if you end with them. So brothers, haters have been existing right from the origin. Cain and Abel. So don't you think it is okay to, when you know everything is not okay? Don't feel good, don't feel comfort when you know everything is not okay because of the haters. Yes, you don't want them to mock you. That is the reason why you want to quit. You don't want them to say you are ashamed of doing that job. Look at you, you are so dirty. You don't want them to say that. You want to remain in that place. Listen, I do used to say this, brothers and sisters. Whatsoever you can do to succeed in life, as long as it's not involved in blood sharing, it's not involved in spoiling other people's life, go and do it. Go and do it. Go out there and hustle. It's too late for you to listen to the voice of the haters. It's too late for you to be listening to the voice of those who don't fucking care about you. Listen, the moment they realize that you are doing great more than them, they will tell you to quit your job. The moment they realize that you are doing more successful more than them, they will ask you to quit what you are doing. Listen and listen carefully to this part as he's choosing. Devil cannot fight an empty word destiny. If you are not unique, if you are not someone who carry greater grace, devil cannot involve in your life. The reason why haters are around you, because there's something great you are carrying. If you don't develop something, if you are not doing good, if you are not doing well, nobody will envy you. Nobody will speak bad of you. Nobody will stand up and be jealous of you. But the moment they realize that you are so marked to be successful, or the moment they realize that your job is ending you something good for living, the moment they realize that you are going after day to hustle in order for you to be successful, the envy starts, jealous starts. They will speak in order for them to make you quit your job. So, brother, it's not everyone who open 32 teeth love you. Listen, it's not everyone that speak with you, that laugh with you, love you. Some will come in form of narrating their pain to you. Some will come in form of narrating their story to you, just because they want to hear where the sources of your greatness come from. Once they hear that, they will go and tackle it and block it. So zip your mouth. Don't narrate. Stop narrating your life to people who don't fucking care about you. You hear that? Don't narrate yourself to people who don't fucking care about you. Because haters, the moment they see that you are doing great more than them, they will hate you. So brothers, keep yourself for yourself.